Let's check in with our heart space and our shoulders, kind of de-intensifying. And with your breath, kind of bringing in a little more life, releasing, unclenching. Just bringing peace, relaxation to the body. And same goes for the legs. A little bit of peace for our legs, our muscles, our joints. Letting our bodies just kind of exist right now. If there's any part of our bodies that need a little recognition and care, let's take a moment and kind of invite some peace. Breathing specifically into maybe our stomach or maybe the back of our neck. Anything that you feel just needs a little extra TLC. We're going to do another quick round of breath work there. Not quick to put a time limit or to force anything, simply just kind of giving it some time without having to focus on the story. So breathing in 9. 9. 9. And 9. We're letting our awareness become an energy in of itself, a spiritual aura with waves, and letting all of those waves go all the way up and all the way down, kind of moving up into the sky and all the way down, down into the earth. Just kind of letting our energy exist and kind of taking a minute of pure silence with maybe just this music and just yourself to just kind of check in with the energy that is you, to check in with your aura. knowing today that we are here to do the work. We do not have to be afraid of trying to work for ourselves. All can be resolved with some kindness and some attention. We've all been through a lot, and some say we've even chosen this path for ourselves. But what I might say is that we've actually been chosen to take this path just the way it is. We've been chosen, and we are here. We are arriving in the current moment so that we may become closer to that knowledge that whatever our purpose is, our existence is here with us, is present with us. And every day we come into contact and meet many people. And often we can be sensitive to the ways that we are hurt or are harmed or hurt each other. But the truth is that we are all in each other's tribes and in each other's great council. We are in each other's employ. We are meant to be allies to one another, to be beloved figures of support and kindness and well-being. Even the hardest people to contact and see and be in communion with were teachers to us in some way and have helped us become a stronger, more actualized version of ourselves. I'm welcoming in a little bit of healing here around the energies of other people, sending Reiki to each and every one of you now, channeling through the universe for you to receive that which is yours. blessing you with a little green healing. Creating a sacred space for us all, sacred circle, so that as we are receiving this healing, receiving these transmissions, we are doing so together. In great balance with one another. Our hearts are heavy, but we carry them together, knowing that the body is a temple for love, as well as so many other experiences. At least we've made it here today. Offering a little bit of golden wisdom. Sending you Reiki energy through the ancestors of the golden healers, crystal matrix. Knowing that something can always be done to relieve our suffering and relieve our stories, aches, and pains. Remembering there's always balance in logic. And I welcome you again to zero in on any of the places that felt particularly vulnerable and pick one point in your body mind that feels most unrested. Could be a thought, could be a memory, it could be, an old injury that acts up sometimes. Could be just a person and the way that they made you feel. And once you've chosen that, I invite you to take some time to witness how this all affected you and how it affected you even specifically today. Looking for patterns and just kind of with an honest eye viewing yourself. And in this space, I also invite you to welcome an activation towards the self, and especially an awakening of compassion towards your memory, your having an injury, your coming to know someone who maybe didn't appreciate or know you the way you wanted to be seen and known. Just allow for that experience to have existed and for you to have perhaps been imperfect. We're going to take another breath here, counting 9. And 9. And 9. And 9. We have been under so many moments of retrograde. And so we can take a moment to honor perhaps their abstracted names and faces and hold space for the activations and presence that has in some way passed through us. For today, the ruler of the underworld, Pluto, returns to his station, just in time to meet his bride, Persephone. They are balanced. They are in harmony after an equinox autumnal arrival. They come together, perhaps imperfectly perfect, not always the best model for kind love, and yet in some way rulers of an entirely different form of existence beyond the veil. And as Pluto moved backwards until he somehow returned to his home, let's also replay our own tape and reclaim the journey of finding our confidence and our personal power as we release the ebb and flow of repressed emotions, perhaps of anger, or the illusion of control, and perhaps fully releasing a need for that Virgo season like perfectionism. And I'm speaking as a Virgo. Allowing for that to be released, knowing as we are in this airy time, this logical Libra, that all things must be released for us to find our health, for us to find our peace. And so we do. the irreverent, the irregular, the compulsion, the repressed. All is chaotic in the realm of Hades, but all is going and is just so. All moves with natural inclination and finds its way into perfect harmony. And so we bow to great Pluto. Welcome back. We are welcoming ourselves back as well. And we also acknowledge Saturn, the great grandfather, the wild trickster, the betrayed betrayer, the Hierophant, and the devil, as Saturn slowly returns to us, coming to stop sometime in the near future. From springtime to the moment of now, old Kronos, the Titan and father of the gods, is here. Ninurta, great powerful warrior of Babylon, has returned from his hero's sojourn. And we bow as well to this great being. The opener and the reflection of duty, of responsibility, the opener of rigidity and self-imposed limitation, the ability to redefine and restructure our true self, to no longer be beholden to our old disappointments, and no longer measure our worth based on past ideals. We are releasing our grip on the need for the past to be different, and we are healing these ways of being. And again, we bow with great thanks for these messages, for this ability to connect. And we connect as well to those that are returning soon, Mercury and Jupiter, watching them from afar for now, knowing that we may still be stunted or struggle a little bit with professional contracts, agreements, personal relationships, growth of self-identity in the earthly realm. And so we honor that we're healing the deep past and the deep soul level emotions, as we know that the earthly self is slowly coming to meet that self. And we honor that great balance of the many planets in our solar system and the energies that are in our employ and that rule us as human souls amongst this galaxy, this great spiritual and psychic power that is within us and within the vast universe. We welcome in Libra energy and harmonious healing in the balance manifested through the loving heart of Aphrodite, knowing that there is a way forward somewhere in between, and welcoming in a kind of benevolence, the understanding that we are a true treasure, preciously known and held, and that we simply deserve the best always. Caught in the web of these stars and planets, we are slowly being wrapped by almost spidery weavings, grandmother spider, grandmother moon, shadowed by the new moon, and with wands of starfire, we're kind of wound into this comforting blanket, comforting web now, into a cosmic place of rest and balance, equilibrium, taking a moment to bring love into the process of being held and being clear of mind. Any whirlpools, tornadoes, any places cracked open are soothed by this wrapping. And we allow ourselves to be fully emptied of all except self and love, great warmth, knowing that we are always held and that we can be always held, that we deserve that great love always, always, always. This is where our first meditation ends, so this music can stop. And we're going to just take a 2-minute break. You can use this for a little silent contemplation. If you need to go, I understand. Otherwise, we have our second meditation. You can take a few notes, get some water, and If anyone wants to share anything, I ask you share in the chat, or if you're on Facebook, you can share in the comments. We're just going to take a moment, and in about maybe 1 minute, 2 minutes, we're going to start our second meditation. All right, DJ, you can play our second offering soundtrack. All right, everyone. We're returning now. We can take another breath here. Breathing in and breathing out. And breathing in and breathing out. We're getting ready to fly and go on a sacred journey with the moon and the Great Mother, Venus in all her faces. So wherever you are, take stock of if you're in a forest or if you're in your room. Be in that space so that you may begin to feel yourself lifting up and out of your body, kind of moving up into the ceiling or to the treetops, and viewing everything in that three-dimensional space as this high frequency dimensional being. Before we begin to fly away, taking a journey now, perhaps across a tree-lined path with autumnal leaves, cobblestones, dirt paths. You may see the lands of your ancestors You may see the lands of a place you've never been before. We are in some way moving from this path to a temple of lunar healing and ancient magic wisdom. And we are again attuning now to our new cycle with the help of this temple. And as we arrive, you may see great pillars of wisdom. You may see your ancestors gathered around a fire or a hut or a great temple to God, Goddess, God X, maybe in the nighttime or the daytime, in this place which may exist entirely out of past, present, future, or even time itself. When you are ready, you may enter, moving through the gates, greeting any spirit guides that come up to you, or perhaps for now, simply greeting an empty hall, where we begin to call in the energy of the new moon. Now just the slightest crescent above us, swallowed almost completely by shadow, but ready to begin again. Ready to offer new beginnings to us all and full, truly transformative change that will help us to make peace with that which has been let go. Knowing that we are letting past cycles fall away, and we are held in this entirely new space for growth and kindness, all alongside that brilliant moon. The moon shines, and we can allow now, if we feel called to, that lunar energy to fill us up so that our cracks are smoothed over, and that we are meeting our difficulties with a kind of lunar foundation of friendship and kindness and success. For we are under the season of Libra, coming into contact with the ultimate law of nature as it is, ruled by the Great Mother, the beloved Venus, Aphrodite, goddess of love across so many cultures. We honor her now in her many names: Aphrodite, Ishtar, Sekhmet, Bast, Isis, Freya, Durga Ma, Shakti Ma, Kuan Yin, Mother Mary, and even the Orishas may hold space for us today. These blessed goddesses that we honor now for this moment, representatives of the great mothers, some of whom have suffered as we have, some of whom have also brought suffering onto us. We honor these power holders who watch over the old ways of magic, of witchcraft, of finding our place through the earth and through love of one another. These who are warriors, these who are sorceresses, these who are sorcerers, these who are priests and priestesses of love and creation, of the earth. For a moment, they all stand around us, their compassion, their power, simply allowing themselves to be seen. For she is of many faces and also of one face. You may see male Venus, male Aphrodite as well. You may see genderless or full of gender. Connect to this Venus, this loving being, for now at a distance, but as you would choose to. And there is a great proudness in seeing you today, for you are perfect structure of their being, a true treasure of creation, and a holder of the magic hands of the great Mother of mothers, parent of parents, great being of love and infinity. These mothers seek to befriend you despite your discomforts, despite your challenges, despite your wounds, and perhaps because of them. They want you to be helped so that what you need to heal is given attention. And they want you to feel seen, heard, and understood. So if you have a specific representative of Venus, a being that calls to you more than the others, perhaps all of them now, as you feel comfortable to, will come closer into your space, welcoming an opportunity for them to heal you within your field. And as they're doing so, your vision of this place begins to change. And I invite you to see with your eyes as two separate eyes now, two chambers of sight, two separate halls, two separate tunnels, two separate rooms. They may be twin reflections, as the Libra is a twin reflection of itself, or they may be slightly different. It's up to you if you want to spot the difference. But one is seen from one eye and the other is seen from the other. One vision per seeing eye. And in a way, double vision of this temple of new moon's heavenly energy. You may at first in these two halls only see shadows and grays, not to frighten you, but you may simply only connect at the basis level of this split. But remember that these goddesses have come to fill your energy and to help you heal. And so, with this double vision, they now come gently gliding to us, twice at the same time, perhaps switching from one to the other. They are coming to join our employ tonight. They are coming to service our need for allyship and for love and for caring and for protection. And so the shadows are chased away by their vibrance. And they are filled with a cornucopia of abundance, bringing with them fruits and plants and sacred animals, woodland creatures, fire and sea together in one on a beautifully blissful breeze. And they move in harmony and dance. Some of these mother goddesses coming as warriors, or father goddesses, or gods. Some coming as holders of love and care and the earth's natural growth and fertility. Representatives now in these dual chambers of their true essence, slowly coming to meet you until they come to a stop and they are with you. And as they are in these dual chambers, our heart and mind, our two eyes, all are becoming one now. And we can relax into receiving a full assimilation, fully balanced abundance and strength and pure power through kindness and passion and love for our true self. And just as we have prostrated ourselves before them, they now too come to us and kneel, bowing to each and one of your greatest power, your greatest exceptional energy. They offer you a sacred and humble acknowledgement of everything that is you and everything that has occurred in your life. All the betrayals of the sacred feminine, of the mothers and the sisters and the great friends, all the betrayals of the sacred masculine, the fathers, the friends, the brothers, the uncles, all these times that you were supposed to be supported, and also apologizing for those who identify in between, those who are fluid in their gender, those who are without gender. There's also an acknowledgement of that struggle, an acknowledgement of any time another being crossed your boundaries and your progress was hindered by another's pain. They all bow and they offer you a humble apology. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, these goddesses say, for the acts of my children of creation. And let the list go as long as it needs to. Listen to the apologies of these beings of pure love, who love you so much that they are not above prostrating themselves so that you can find even a little bit of peace today at the hands of the universe. And listen as you need to with your whole heart. unblocked, knowing that your energy is one that is comprised of many experiences and people. And as you're really listening and hearing an apology from those who would not give it to you on earth, see where and how your story shifts. How does your perspective change when you know that someone has finally, for once, apologized for the past? If there's a peace to be made, then allow for that as well. For whether you have chosen this story before you were born, or whether you were chosen to uncrack these puzzles and to de-emphasize this story, let that apology become the access to a hidden password that opens you to your successes and your ability to make peace and transform into something new. And to the places within you that might have been taken up by others, that were in some way living in wounded, harm-minded space, let this be your moment of golden healing. Looking now into your heart and letting the faces of other people fade away, letting each new breath be a release from all others who live there, and instead welcoming in the reclamation of you and replacing other people with yourself. For some of us are very empathic and very sensitive to the needs of others, but it is ourself at the end of the day with whom we must reckon. It's all yourself at the end of your days and at the beginning of your days. And in between are all expressions of love, all teachers, and even the things that hurt us teach us only better how to love and how to understand how to love another. There is boundless, limitless love in this universe. So know that it is equally yours to receive and yours to give away. These guidances surrounding us in this holy chamber are returning you to your heart space. For just as we know there is a great balanced neutrality of being, so too is there great love of all aspects. So let yourself glow a little bit differently with the knowledge that a place within yourself is being created for you to begin again and to be treated with kindness and love in the way that is proper to your needs and the needs of others. The moon and the goddess live within us, living as the gender that we are, living as the breath and heartbeat that we are. And so we allow ourselves to be a balanced self. Even if we are a harmed self at times, we are also victorious, effervescent, and entirely beautiful. We honor those two kings in the skies, still on their travels as well. Mercury and Jupiter, the trickster Mercury winking at us, Odin and Thoth and Hermes, the triple god, the ones who in retrograde are seeing us in our struggles and reminding us that difficulty and suffering are a part of our everyday, and that attuning to still being centered and powerful in this space is our grand feat of survival. The trickster invites us to laugh at the logical ways in that we face this strange world, and remind us that there is always both a logic and no logic to our existence, adding a little bit of a laugh to that smile and that love in our heart given to us by Venus. so that with these energies, we may clear love and extend it to our logical thought patterns. In this temple, we become healer and healed. We beam our heart out into the world, and it becomes a gleaming rainbow with energy that extends to all places. I will chant as we now go into a place of final receiving of downloads for our highest good and our happiest existence. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Mani Padme Going to allow us now for some silence where I might chant a little bit more, but otherwise you can be in your journey. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Feel the love in your full self. As I offer a final blessing, rose quartz and hematite, to be grounded in that love always. Deeply, deeply grounded. When you are ready, you may return to this room and this time. I'm going to stop the live stream, so thanks to the Facebook folks who stuck around.